Well, Canes do it again. They win against, well, not again, but well, yeah, because they did it for the 10th time. So I didn't think about what I was going to say before I rolled the camera. Because, man, oh man, was that a stressful game. It felt like a playoff game, maybe because we played Tampa last year. And this game looked like it was going to play out basically the same way the whole playoff series against Tampa Bay last year played out, where Carolina, generally speaking, top to bottom, is the better team, but Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the world, and he was just going to show the Canes why. It looked like it was going to be that. So I really got oh, not a playoff series win, but I got a playoff vibe from this game, and then you had the big hits that you get a lot most of the time in the playoffs. These teams were hitting each other. They clearly don't like each other. Svechnikov's hit on McDonough was a beautiful hit. Maybe the best hit a Hurricane has thrown all season. I think D'Angelo has a couple that are up there as well. I think Ian Cole threw a couple good ones. Ethan Bear's hit on Marchand best of the season. What am I talking about? But you get what I'm saying. And yeah, and that hit was so good, it pissed off Tampa, and they took away a power play opportunity for Tampa Bay, which was nice. So, but yeah, Carolina they dominated except for that 5-on-3. Oh my God, was that 5-on-3 bad? It sucked. Did that 5-on-3? I mean, Vasilevsky, like one player's injured. I think it was McDonough's injured. Vasilevsky ends up missing a blade. And what does this team do? They stand there and occasionally pass the puck, but they literally stood there. It's like they had no sense of urgency during that 5-on-3, which was kind of a 5-on-2.5 with half a goalie in net. I mean, half of Vasilevsky, still a regular goalie, but like still, it's just like shoot the puck or like cut to the slot. Don't stand there at the top of the circles and be like, oh, but they didn't even try to spread them out. They shortened the zone. Like they did everything wrong on that 5-on-3. So I'm like, oh great, the power play sucks. The penalty kill was good, solid penalty kill all around. And but yeah, the power play was looking terrible. I'm like, oh great, on the night the penalty kill's good, the power play is not going to be good. And then I'm also watching the TV and I'm like, they're 9-1. Why am I this mad at a hockey game right now when they're 9-1? But yeah, it's just like these past two games, they look like they were going to be frustrating. And then Tampa Bay scores a nice goal. I mean, I could never catch who was the guy guarding Steven Stamkos there, but that was terrible coverage for the cross crease. But when a player as good as Stamkos is on the ice, good things are going to happen for Tampa Bay when Stamkos is on the ice. I mean, yeah, they got Point and Kucherov, who are probably better, but Stamkos is a great player. So, like, as much as I could be mad, it's Steven Stamkos. He's been one of the top players in the league for a decade and a half now. So, as much as you want to harp on the guy for letting him get open, that's just going to happen over the course of 82 games when you're playing great players. So, and Stamkos is a great player. And so he gets the one goal lead, and Vasilevsky still looks bad. It was an iffy penalty. I don't know if it was a penalty, if it wasn't. It was iffy for goaltender interference. For me, it wasn't the initial contact that wasn't the penalty. I think Stamkos was just in the zone for a little too long. I think it was, if I remember correctly, I know on the replay it looked like, he got driven in. I think it's the fact that he stayed in the zone and Freddie couldn't get anywhere. I think you could maybe let Tampa shoot, goal, no goal, goalie interference type of deal instead of calling it a penalty. But I'll take the penalty. And to my everlasting surprise, compliment to Brind'Amour here on this power play, because this power play really was the turning point of the game. And that was he started the guys that were working hard. I don't think Jarvis has been on the power play before. Jordan Staal isn't one of the best, like most stereotypical PP guys you'll see. But they go in there and they have a good power play. Slavin, Slavin's great, not an offensive minded defenseman, so you wouldn't expect to see Slavin on the power play. So yeah, but they come in, they have a good power play, and then the first unit goes out there, and to my everlasting surprise, because I was actually upset they went back to the SAT kind of top line for the Hurricanes this game, they get the goal. It was Teravainen getting his Gretzkyth goal of the season, of his career, which, congratulations to him for hitting 99, 100. Next goal for him is going to be a biggie. So, yeah, he gets that goal. And Carolina ties the game, and I was shocked. And I think the last 5 minutes was good back and forth hockey. Didn't know who was going to win. And yeah, then you go to overtime, and Canes, I think, actually had a better overtime. But again, Vasilevsky is Vasilevsky. And, it's frustrating me is it's like you played this guy 5 times for the beginning of last season, and now you're playing him again. You've eventually got to be able to figure out how to beat him. And before I can even move, Brady Shea comes down the puck on the ice, 3-on-3 overtime, comes down, takes a beautiful shot, goal. I'm jumping and celebrating the way I only really ever do for playoff games. And then it's like, oh, they're looking to challenge it. And before they even announce the play is under review. So I'm thinking, okay, they're seeing if they're going to review it. They're like, oh, no, no goal offside, which it was, but still, fuck off. Um, like after they call no goal, then I'm like, oh God, this is, of course, with Tampa Bay, this is what's going to happen. So I'm very annoyed. I'm like, even though it was offside, I'm just like, yeah. And, Lorenz, he could have put a goal in, I think, on overtime as well, or even on 5-on-5. It was the goal that Slavin had, where Slavin had an amazing play, because that's all Slavin does is do amazing plays. And he fires the puck, and it's looking like it's going to trickle in. Then Lorenz looks like, and I thought it was a goal, and then it goes into the corner. I mean, yeah, that like that as well. I'm like, oh God, we've outplayed Tampa, but we won 9 in a row. You're gonna come back down to earth, obviously, and I'm very cross at this point. And then Natchez decides to do Natchez things. Natchez is clutch in overtimes though, and Natchez comes in and he scores another goal, beating Vasilevsky clean. I mean, he had the D guy as a screen, but still, like they beat him clean twice in the span of 5 minutes. After I'm sitting here thinking, you got to eventually figure out a way to beat this guy, at least some of the time. And the Canes clearly mentally were listening to my mentality of it, and they win. And yeah, exciting game, biggest win of the season. And the one thing I didn't bring up, because it's Hurricane of the game, so I'll talk about it. Andrei Vasilevsky just played a beautiful game this game. I mean, just wow. That was honestly maybe his best game of the season. And Vasilevsky has had some great games this season. So, yeah, Vasilevsky he killed it. He made an amazing saves. He went save for save with the best goalie in the world, which is saying something because I feel like even by Vasilevsky standards, Vasilevsky played well by his own standards. Like this was even an above average game for Vasilevsky, who I am really growing to despise and respect, but despise because he doesn't play for Team Canada. So I'm never going to cheer for a team Vasilevsky's on again because I kind of cheered for Tampa in the finals in 2020, the year during the shutdown and everything when they played Dallas, but because I wanted Stamkos to win a cup. But yeah, but other than that, I don't think I'm ever going to cheer for a team that Vasilevsky plays for because he's really good. I hate him. So yeah, that's it for this one. Remember, Kyle Beach is a hero.